From impassable apparitions to a terrifying sleepwalking mother whose relatives are beginning to suspect she's something else, to top-rated videos that will scare you so much you won't be able to sleep. Because my name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Ready or not, let's get down to business. Number 8. We kick off this top with an unusual case that no one would want to experience. A story that to this day continues to leave more questions than answers. Aria, a young woman staying at a random hotel, had the courage to record herself in perhaps one of the most terrifying situations anyone could ever experience. In the following image, she appears completely desperate and panicked over what she claims was something that had been haunting her. The situation not only affected her, it also left everyone who saw her video perplexed. Everyone was commenting on what had happened and why she was in that state. However, some with sharper vision, who analyzed the recording step by step, discovered with amazement. At one point, Aria focused her camera backward, revealing that no one, absolutely no one, was coming after her. So what was she running from? What made her panic? She didn't look like she was faking it. She really seemed to feel a presence behind her. The thing is, this case reached the attention of Tony, a hotel employee who has access to the entire hotel's camera network. He, also surprised by this whole situation, and taking advantage of that privilege, decided to post the following message on his social media.
I'm gonna let y'all know now, it gets really weird. It's like she acting like she's running from something or hiding from something, but there's literally nobody else in the frame. Like she tweaking.
Yeah, it is weird.
And the elevator door is not even closing. Like she playing hide and seek or something. But look, this ain't even the craziest thing. Like now the elevator, look, the elevator door is closed. This ain't even the craziest thing about this video though. I got like more video to show y'all, and it just gets super weird. So y'all just stay tuned.
Tony shared footage from one of the security cameras, showing Aria inside the elevator, crouching, covering her face, absolutely terrified. However, beyond the anguish he felt by seeing the young woman in that state, he focused on something else. Well, if you notice, the entire time the elevator doors remained open for no reason at all. We all know that's not how elevator doors open and close. They only stay open if something interrupts their closing, or if someone presses one of the buttons. A peculiar glitch that's only corrected when Aria escapes. Coincidence? Or was the elevator also being manipulated by something we can see? Tony later confessed that Aria left the hotel without checking out, quickly getting into an Uber and leaving all her belongings behind. Tony wanted to dig deeper into the matter, decides to keep watching the security camera pointing toward the hallway, witnessing something truly surprising.
And y'all think that's crazy? Keep watching like right by that door right there, by that table. Keep watching right over by there. The whole time I'm thinking somebody following her. So we trying to go over the film and just keep watching. Look. My hand is shaking. Right there.
What is that?
What the heck? Bro, that's a rock from that table right there. Those are stones and those in bowls right there by.
What's right here is a decoration, a tray with decorative stones. That's what we see jumping. Inexplicably, he sees the stone jump toward the center of the corridor without anyone intervening. From here, the case begins to turn quite murky. Determined to get to the bottom of the matter, Tony goes to the room where Aria was staying. He only had to open the door to find an even more troubling scene.
You said what?
It's like all this stuff is just left here. It's crazy.
Yo, hold on, y'all. This is crazy.
Amidst the chaos in the room, Tony found a disturbing object, a metal rod, a tool used to open doors from the outside. What was that doing there? Could it be that someone had really entered her room? The mystery grew even deeper, as all the irregularities were unconnected, inexplicable, but isolated events that lacked a common narrative. That is, until Tony returned to his security room to check the camera overlooking the hallway, encountering another inexplicable event.
Just the housekeeper down there. Right there.
I don't know what that was.
This is crazy.
Upon reviewing the recording, Tony discovered something even more sinister. A shadow slithering across the hallway wall, exactly 3 minutes after Aria left. At that instant, there were no guests nearby or anyone who could have cast it. A shadow that appears out of nowhere and disappears just as quickly. Whatever it was, Aria swore that later that night, something that she didn't know if it was human or not had entered her room. On social media, there is a speculation that the young woman had recently been playing the so-called elevator game, a disturbing viral urban ritual in which a portal to another dimension supposedly opens if certain steps are followed in an elevator. As we've talked about before, the game consists of pressing a specific sequence of buttons inside an empty elevator, with the belief that on the 5th floor, a woman will appear, who should not be looked at or spoken to, and that if everything goes according to plan, the elevator will eventually take you to another reality. Could Aria have been playing the elevator game? Could it be that the game didn't go as she had planned? Could all these situations be the result of that failed viral challenge? The thing is that this case is still not completely cleared up. Important pieces are still missing to complete this puzzle of mysterious connotations. Number 7. There are nights when the tranquility of a home can turn into a living hell, and the most disturbing thing is when you're not the only one who notices it. Sometimes our own pets seem to pick up on what we try to ignore, and this case is a clear example of that. At dawn, a woman notices her small cat absolutely mesmerized by her bedroom window. his eyes fixed, his body rigid, as if on the other side of the glass. Someone or something was waiting to be discovered. As seen in the image, the woman walks around the room to see for herself what's attracting her pet's attention. But she only finds a narrow hallway and a few everyday objects. Nothing to justify the animal's disturbing reaction. She herself confesses in the video that she has already witnessed strange things, both at the window and at the door. Manifestations that have become almost daily, but which to this day have no rational explanation. The most terrifying thing happens at the end of the search. On one of the windows there seems to be a vague figure, marked with a red circle, a silhouette that, in her words, resembles the head of a lizard stationed there. In the comments, some viewers suggest it could simply be a reflection of an object in the room. Others, however, don't rule out the possibility that there's more to the scene than meets the eye. The truth is that the cat doesn't look away, as if it knew that what is hidden behind the window does not belong to this world. Is this a case of sheer psychosis between the owner and her pet, or are they both really being stalked by an entity of unknown origin that has made that place its home? The decision, as always, is in your hands. Number 6. The following case has captured the attention of thousands of internet users because of how bizarre it is. And the most mysterious thing is that it comes from a place that should be synonymous with calmness, Grandma's house. Posted on the TikTok account, Nicky Moxie, Nick recounted how he decided to spend a few days at his grandmother's house. He knew full well she suffered from sleepwalking, but he never imagined what his camera would capture that night. In the footage, the woman appears motionless, dressed in her nightclothes, staring at the entrance to the house. An already eerie scene, as if she were waiting for someone or something. But the most disconcerting thing happened seconds later. A Roomba, which wasn't programmed for that hour, begins to move on its own. Nick's dog immediately notices this. He barks non-stop, as if he knows this doesn't predict anything good. The machine moves forward in erratic turns, as if it's colliding with something invisible, until it reaches the refrigerator. And that's where the tension reaches its peak. A small ceramic angel falls to the floor and shatters into pieces. The recording ends abruptly, with Nick and his pet in a state of shock. The post quickly garnered thousands of comments. Many pointed out that the grandmother wasn't the concern, but the house itself, as if charged with a strange energy. Nick posted the following at the request of one of his followers.
My grandma loves to collect little figurines. One of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night. see how far back they are. Genuinely. I mean, the significance of an angel falling and not legitimately anything else she has. And it was all.
The fall of the angel figure generated even darker theories. A simple coincidence, or a sign that the house was inhabited by something that cannot be seen. In an attempt to calm his followers' doubts, Nick demonstrated how his Roomba works.
It's like midnight. Alright, I wanted to show you guys something. Honestly, I'm a bit in disbelief, but no, I'm pretty sure it's just a plug-in charger. I brought my girlfriend Claire here so she can help demonstrate. But can you try to step in front of that? So it just does that.
It only changes direction when it encounters visible obstacles. But what we see that morning seems like something else. The Roomba moved with purpose, as if someone or something was guiding it directly toward the refrigerator. Coincidence? Or was an invisible force controlling both the machine and Grandma herself? Some say that what we see isn't sleepwalking, but rather a trance-like state, as if something were possessing the woman, guiding her every gesture. Others claim that what happened has a demonic quality, as even the figure of the broken angel could be interpreted as a warning. The big question is, was it all a series of unfortunate coincidences? Or did Nick actually witness a manifestation beyond what our minds can comprehend? Let me know what you think. Number 5. The following case seems like something out of a nightmare, but the truth is that it happened in real life and left more than one person with goosebumps. It turns out that a young woman had been hearing a strange tapping on her bedroom window for several nights. At first, she thought it might be a simple insect hitting the glass, or perhaps a nocturnal bird pecking at the surface. However, the phenomena began to reoccur so frequently that curiosity eventually got the better of her. One night, armed only with her cell phone and the light in her room, she decided to record to finally discover the source of those disturbing noises. What she captured haunts her memory to this day. What we see is truly upsetting. After focusing on the window, a pale, strange face appears on the other side of the glass, staring at her in complete silence. Its expressionless, fixed, almost ghostly gaze stares into the camera, as if trying to pierce the barrier that separates the interior of the room from the outside world. The most terrifying thing is that at that moment, the young woman didn't realize anything. Only the next day, reviewing the recording, did she discover what had been following her all those nights. That inexplicable presence banging on the windows to get her attention now had a face, and it wasn't human. From that night on, the protagonist decided never to sleep in the room again, because now she knows for sure that if she hears that tapping on the window again, it wouldn't be an insect or a bird, but something much darker and unknown. The big question here is, what did that being want? Why was he trying to get the young woman's attention? And what would have happened if she had opened the window at that moment? It's up to you to decide. Is this just a visual effect caused by light and shadows? Or was something truly paranormal captured? Number 4. What you're about to see seems like something out of a legend, but it happened during a hike with a couple who never imagined they'd experience something like this. They were walking with their dog enjoying the peaceful scenery when something strange caught their attention on a nearby mountain. As they focused their camera, they came across a dark, gigantic figure moving erratically, as if it were a human being, but with gestures and movements more reminiscent of a caveman than a normal person.
Estoy viendo algo que se mueve por esta parte de ahí. Algo de color negro. Parece una persona, pero se mueve medio raro.
The disturbing thing that has no clear details can be seen. No clothing, no colors that might indicate it's someone ordinary. Just a dark mass moving slowly, as if watching from a distance. And the most distressing thing is the feeling that at some point this creature will turn around and look directly at them. The images quickly sprout controversy. Some claim it could be further evidence of the existence of Bigfoot, while others say it was simply a person caught on camera. But if that were the case, why are there no human features? Why does it look more like a solid shadow than a real person? The mystery deepens even further when we learn that several similar sightings have been reported in that area over the years. In fact, some time ago another hiker went exploring in that same area and claimed to have come across a strange black creature in the distance that seemed to be staring at him. This series of worrying encounters has opened a new debate. Is it possible that something really lives in those mountains? In the end, what that couple and their dog witnessed remains unexplained. The only thing that's clear is that the memory of that enormous black figure will stay with them forever. Number 3. What you're about to see happened in a wooded area where neighbors say that when darkness falls, they hear footsteps, wailing, and even screams that no one knows where they're coming from. Still, one curious young man decided to do what no one else had dared: enter the forest alone in the early morning to see if the rumors were true.
Jadi gini guys, gue jelasin sedikit ya soal pocongnya. Pocong itu sebuah jin, seekor. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Nyalain mobil yang, Mayang! Nyalain mobil yang! Nyalain mobil yang!
In the recording, suddenly from the depths of darkness, an elongated whitish figure begins to move slowly, approaching. Its movement makes no sense. It jumps abruptly, as if it were a strange animal, or something worse. At first, it seems distant, but with each jump, it gets closer and closer, to the point where the man realizes it has no defined shape, no face, no clear limbs. It's simply a pale mass that jumps towards him, defying all logic. On social media, the video went viral, and theories quickly emerged. Some say it could be a demon inhabiting the forest, a guardian angry at anyone who dares to enter what may be sacred ground. What is this to you? What really jumped out at this young man? a supernatural guardian, a hallucination brought on by fear, or simply a setup. Number 2. It was in the middle of the ocean on a boat trip that a woman decided to turn on her camera to record what she thought were simple sea lions swimming alongside the vessel. What she didn't imagine was that with simply zooming in, her footage would transform into one of the most disturbing videos of recent times. In the footage, several figures can indeed be seen in the water. At first, they look like animals, but as you zoom in, most of these silhouettes take on a surprisingly human shape, as if they were people swimming, but in a place that would be practically impossible. We're talking open sea, with no beaches nearby, no boats around, and currents that will make it impossible for anyone to survive floating there for too long. The woman, clearly bewildered, continues recording, unable to believe what she's seeing. Creatures that seem to move among the sea lions, as if interacting with them, and that at first glance appear human. Theories, of course, were quick to emerge. Some claim they were simply optical illusions caused by the waves in the distance. Others go further, claiming they could be divers. Although, what would they be doing in those waters? And why would they appear right next to these animals? And finally, there are those who dare to propose a much more frightening hypothesis, that we are witnessing the sightings of hybrid beings, sea creatures that have been mentioned since ancient times, under the names of mermaids or mermen. Whatever the truth is, the sea continues to prove that it holds secrets that even with all our technology, we haven't been able to decipher. Number 1. And we say goodbye to this video with a recording captured in a place that already makes your hair stand on end. An abandoned psychiatric hospital. Officials who once worked there claim that a dense, oppressive air permeated every corner. Some even claim to have witnessed objects moving on their own, as if an invisible presence were manipulating them. These stories caught the attention of a young explorer who decided to enter the compound in the middle of the night to see for himself if there was any truth to the rumors. What he captured on camera is simply startling. Pay attention. Halfway through his journey, illuminating a hallway, the camera captures a pair of curtains that begin to move inexplicably. There's no one nearby. There are no open windows and no drafts that could explain what we're seeing. The fabric shudders as if an invisible hand has touched it, revealing the window behind it. Many have rushed to find a logical explanation, a poorly channeled draft, or a planned prank. The explorer checked the area immediately afterward and found nothing out of the ordinary, nothing to justify the movement. Leave your opinion in the comment box, because this video has come to an end. My name is Leonore Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.